Hello guys, in the following video we will continue using Notion's API, and in this time we will be building a bot that will be monitoring a subreddit, and each time a new post is uploaded to the subreddit, it will also be uploaded to our database. So for this I created this page which is called Reddit, and it has a database here, Reddit post. So if we open this database, we can see that we have 4 columns: the title, the publish date, the author, and the post URL. The title is of type title, the publish date is of course of type date, and the author and the post URL are both URLs. This is because the author will actually just have an URL for the author's profile, and the post URL, of course, a link to the post itself. So here you can see that we will be monitoring this Ask Reddit subreddit because this is one of the most active ones, so this will serve as a nice example. However, you can monitor whichever one you want. Also for this we will be using Reddit's API, which I won't cover in depth. However, we will be using this new.json endpoint. You don't have to register to use this API. It is completely free to use, so let's get started. So the next thing we need to do is to give our API key permissions over this page. So here I will click on share, and I will click on invite, and I will find my API key, which in this case is this one, my integration test key. This is the one I'm using for these videos, so I will click on invite. In case you don't know how to get your own API key, in the previous video I explained how to do that, so I'll leave a link to that in the description and in the top as well. And now that we have that set up, let's grab the database ID of this database. That is this thing between the slash and the question mark. We should copy it. And now let's go to the code. In this case, I have this reddit.js file, which is a boilerplate, very similar to what we did in the previous video. So here we are requiring the .env. This, remember, is very similar to this. You should have your own .env file where you have your API key token. And in this case, we are requiring that so we can use the process.env.api token without directly exposing our API token in the code. Then we are using the JavaScript SDK from this library right here, and we are initializing the client. Now we just paste the database ID that we just copied, and now let's use our main function. Now we will be installing the dependencies that we will need to continue working with this. So we will need the node fetch dependency, and we will also need the node-cron dependency. So let's install those. And now let's create an asynchronous function that will get the Reddit post. So get new post, and here let's start by fetching the new post from the Reddit API. So let's do an await fetch. Yes, we need to do this require, so let's do this like this. And now let's grab the URL for the API. In this case, the API URL looks like this: reddit.com/r/ the name of your subreddit. In this case is Ask Reddit, and here I have new.json, which is a JSON with the latest new post of this subreddit. So let's put this here. And now let's do this post into await r.json, and let's log this thing to see what we got. So here I'll call this get new post, and we can see that we get an object, and our post look to be here in this children property. So let's do something like this. Let's call it response, and the post will be in response.data.children. Now let's log this, and you can see all the metadata for all of the posts for the last 25 posts of that subreddit. So we can do a bit better here. We can do a map and return the data. So here we have the kind of post. In this case, all of these posts are of the same kind, so we don't care about that. Then we may return just post the data. Now if we run this, it looks much better. Then the next thing we need to do is to actually filter the post, so we should only be returning from this function the newest post since the last time we called this API. So let's see how we can do that. Okay, so to do this, we will use just a simple JSON in our local machine. However, you may store these IDs and do this however you want. This is just an example to make it quick. So here, let's have this IDs.json, which initially will be just an empty array, and here we will be storing the IDs of each post. So now, let's read these IDs. This will be equals to json.parse. We need to include fs, so we will do that. And we will do fs.readFileSync IDs.json UTF-8, and now we have the IDs in this file as an array. So now we will do this new post will be equals to post.filter. Here we will do a post, and the new posts are the ones whose IDs are not included here. So we will do IDs.includes post.id equals false. Then we will do a json.parse. No, we will do an fs.writeFileSync IDs.json json.stringify, and we will do the new post ID. This will be UTF-8, and now we need to declare right here this new post IDs. Or no, let's do it simpler. Let's be quicker here. Let's just do post, not for each post, and now we do IDs.push post.id. So this should be working. This should be new posts. Let's see what happens when we run this. So we're told that json.stringify new post ID, of course, because this was just now IDs. Okay, so here we can see that we have a bunch of new IDs. What we can do to see if this is working is to do now a console.log of new post.length. So now we see that we have 0 new posts, but if we delete this JSON, if we delete all of this, we can see that we have 25 new posts. So this seems to be working. Now let's see how we can make this run every X seconds. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is include cron from node-cron, which we previously installed, and this we will use to schedule the fetching task in our program. So here let's do cron the schedule, and here we should pass a cron expression. This cron expression is something like this. So here we have the second, the minute, the hour, the day of the month itself, and the day of the week. So this is to determine when our bot should fetch new post. You can of course do that as well with a set interval. However, when you want to set up more complex rules, like for example fetch post every Friday or every Friday and Tuesday, a set interval may not be as powerful as this library. So I'm showing you here this as well. In this case, I wanted to fetch every 5 seconds, so I will do this. And now this is the function that will be called every 5 seconds, as well. As I mentioned earlier, this can as well be done with a set interval. However, I'm just showing you how to use the cron schedule in case you want to do it that way. And now, let's say new post equals await get new post. And here we should return this post. And now we need to create an async function to update this to Notion, to upload this to Notion. So let's call this upload to Notion. Let's send the post, and let's do await notion.pages.create. And here we have the parent. We pass the database ID, which is this one. And now let's pass here the attributes, the properties. Here we've got a title. This is of type title. This receives an array. And here in the content we'll put post.title. Then we have the author. This is a URL. And here we'll put post.author. Then we have here, let's see, the publish date. So this is a type date, and we will put here post.date. And then here we have finally the post URL. So this is of type URL, and here we will put post.url. This should be working at first. However, as we don't have that structure yet, it will probably throw an error. So let's see. Let's do for post of new post. Let's do upload to Notion, and let's send the post. And let's see how this does. Okay, so as we can see, this threw an error, and it's because we don't have this structure yet. So let's see what is happening. Let's first delete all of this. And let's log a post. So if we do this, okay, let's log new post and the first one. This is undefined. Okay, let's see why is that. Let's log just new post. Okay, yeah, I forgot to delete that part on the top, the first call. But anyways, here we can see that this does not have the structure that we need. So let's now give the necessary structure to be able to upload this to Notion. Okay, so the simplest way to obtain the structure that we want is to just do a .map here and return here this post with this structure. So let's do the title is post.title, the URL is just post.url, and now the hardest ones are the author itself, which is like this. So here this is a test user, and here we can see the structure that Reddit uses to put the profile of someone. So here we just do this and we change test with post.author. And finally, the date will be this here, new date, post dot created UTC, and let's convert this to isostring because Notion's API specified that we need to pass this as an isostring. This will be in UTC, as you can see here. However, you can use Moment.js or any other similar library to convert that to your time zone of preference. So now let's see if this is working. Let's log the post. And we can see that it seems to be working fine. So now let's do a test. Let's delete all of this. And let's see if we can upload this to Notion. So let's run this. Okay. This did not seem to work fine. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it was working fine. I just forgot to include again this new post count. So now again, let's do a new post.length. And here we can also log post uploaded. So let's run this again. Here you can see the database is empty. And now let's run this. Let's do node-cron. And we can see that we get 25 new posts. And all of them are now here in our database. So you can see we have here the author's link, the post URL, and you can see here the time, which is not completely right here. So let's see what is happening. I forgot to multiply this by 1000. This is because Reddit is returning the date as seconds. However, JavaScript uses milliseconds, so we need to do this way. Let's delete all of this and let's rerun the program again. Let's also delete the IDs. And now you can see that we are getting the correct date. So yeah, there is that. This is how you can build a monitor for Reddit and upload every new post directly to Notion. You can leave this running 24/7 and we will not be running on any rate limiting because Reddit's API says that the limit is 60 requests per minute, and in this case we are doing one request every 5 seconds, so we are good to go there. And Notion's API says that the rate limit is 3 requests per second, and in this case we are also just fine in that case. And just so you guys can see, I'll leave a link to this in the description as well, but here we see that the incoming requests should be an average of 3 requests per second, and some bursts beyond the average rate are allowed. So this is why what we did in this video worked without triggering the rate limit. And yes, that will be it for this video. Leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.